I'm going to give you the insider secrets to how the 1%, the best manifestors in the world, call in everything they deeply desire. These are insider secrets that only people who have studied neuroscience, neuro-linguistic programming, and hypnotherapy actually know how to do. And I'm going to give you all of that. By the end of this video, you are going to know exactly how to call in your manifestations, how to set outcomes, not goals, so that you can quickly collapse timelines and live your divine destiny, live your dream life in 2026. Don't worry, I'm going to give you an example, but just go with me for now. Okay, see, we do not call our goals goals. No more. You're not going to hear me say that word again, okay? Instead, we can call it outcomes. I really love to call it our vision, right? Because that's what makes it juicy and exciting and compelling. You better bet that you're gonna wanna go after something that's like a vision or a calling or an outcome, as opposed to something that's just like a goal. I mean, we set goals all the fucking time. Like, no, doesn't make you ever wanna go after that, right? This is how you set a vision or an outcome. Okay, now we've all heard of SMART goals before, okay? This is not that. And oopsie, I said the word again, but this is not that, okay? This does have the same acronym, which is SMART. S in SMART. It stands for 3 S's actually. Specific, which we know from SMART goals, wow, okay? Sensory, and seeing yourself, okay? And I can create more videos and more details about this, but the specificity is like, it's obvious, right? Sensory and seeing yourself, they're closely related, right? In order for you to really want to call in a manifestation, to actually go after this divine vision, right? It has to be something that you really feel in your body, not just something that's like a whatever goal, right? If you follow all the manifestation gurus, if you follow Abraham Hicks, if you follow Neville Goddard, like they all talk about this idea of really feeling and being excited by and being driven by the manifestation. So I want you to get into the practice of every day, not just like writing the outcome, but actually experiencing it in your body. Spend 5 to 17 seconds every single day experiencing the manifestation as though you are living it through your own eyes. M stands for measurable, know that, and meaningful to you. If you tell me, hey, I want to make $1 million, sure, I mean, it's a cool number, right? Like, yeah, you can do something with $1 million, but if you want to make $1 million because it's going to give you the freedom to travel, or it's going to give you the freedom to be able to buy, you know, a home, your dream home for you and your family, whatever it is, that's what will make it meaningful and tangible to you and compelling. Yeah, remember the word compelling, that's a big one. Okay, A, achievable. Okay, and by this I do not mean, please, I do not mean set a realistic ass goal. I do not mean that. I want you to set a compelling goal. That word keeps coming up over and again. I want you to set a big, juicy, compelling goal. Mine are massive this year, okay? What I mean by achievable is that it is achievable as in it is done by human. If you want to say, hey, I want to grow a pair of wings and I want to fly from LA to New York. I live in LA, I used to live in New York, right? That's not gonna happen. It's not humanly possible. But even if it's for you to say like, hey, I want to go from like $10,000 to $1 million, yeah, you know what? It's possible because other people have done it. And so you can do it too in collapse time, right? Make it compelling, but make it achievable as in humanly achievable, okay? R is responsible. In neuro-linguistic programming, we talk about ecology, meaning that it is responsible for you, responsible for other people, meaning that you want to make sure that it's not going to do harm to other people, okay? We're not going after the Robin Hood thing, because even on Robin Hood, he was still doing harm to the rich. You know, we all like to say, oh, whatever, it's just the rich, but no, you're going to be rich someday too, so it's going to make a difference, right? So it needs to be ecological to you, ecological to the people around you, ecological to society, right? So just kind of checking in to make sure it's a responsible goal. T is for timed and two-word motivated, okay? The timed is obvious again, but two-word motivated. A lot of times you ask someone, what do you want? What do you want? We don't fucking know what we want, right? They'll always say like, I don't want the same job. I don't want to get into another place with roommates. I don't want to be stuck in a shitty situationship. All right, but what do you want? When you keep saying what you don't want, there's a lot of problems with that, which we're not going to get into universal laws. But what it does is that is away motivation. You're moving away from pain. But these outcomes, these visions, is all about moving towards something. So what do you want? To use the positive, affirmative language. And this is not about like positive thinking, but it is having motivation towards something. You know, instead of saying, I don't want, you know, a job. I don't want to be broke. I want to have make $10,000 from my business this month, whatever it is, right? So that's exactly what it means to be towards motivated. Now I want you to go back and take all of your manifestations, and I know you wrote them down, whether it's for winter solstice, whether it's for New Year's Eve, whatever you did, and I want you to restate them and refilter them through this lens. And I know it's gonna take you some time, but I bet you it's going to be so much better, so much clearer than anything else that you've done, okay? When you write all these new outcomes out, what you're going to find is some fear and old patterns and beliefs are going to come up. It's natural. It happens to me too, happens to all of us, okay? It's totally natural, and we'll talk about another video how to deal with that. But listen, you need to know that you cannot go in with the same BS, the same belief systems, the same like BS emotions into 2026 if you want to live this compelling life with these compelling big goals, right? Oops, I keep saying goals, I mean to say outcomes. Want to actually collapse time, which is what is critical for you to live this dream life. You need to do the work to do that. So if you want, I have a couple spots open for January, but I'm booking up real fast so we can do the work to quickly help you achieve these outcomes super fast, collapse those timelines. Just send me a note or comment the word "I'm ready" below.